Hey guys, and welcome back to the Wishing Shed. Today we're going to be making this adorable felted snowy owl Christmas tree bauble. I've really enjoyed making these. They're so much fun and straightforward to make, so let's get started. Okay, so to start off we're going to take our 4cm felt wool ball. So these are pre-felted balls that you can buy from places like Amazon, eBay or your local craft store, and this is 4cm in diameter. And what we're going to do is just take some cream carded wool and layer that over the ball, and you just want to needle felt all around the ball, working in sections just to get a nice even coverage. Okay, so I'm cutting out my wings and the forehead section now. Okay, so next I'm going to needle felt a thin layer of cream carded wool all over the top of my wings. And you want to lift and turn and just use your fingers to carefully fold over and felt onto the back of the wings. And this is optional, and if you do decide to do this, just be careful because obviously hair straighteners are very hot. Just flatten the fibres down on each wing using my hair straighteners. And then just trim away any fuzz that's around the edges just to neaten them off. Okay, now let's do the feather detail on top of the wings. So I'm just using some dark brown carded wool and just tease that out so it's thread-like thin. And then you just want to break little bits off and needle felt small V's into each little section here. And then I'm going to do one here. And then I'm going to do a third little V just in between those two. And then turn and just trim off this excess fuzz from the underside. Okay, so there are our wings, and you can always use like a light brown Copic marker or a watercolour pencil just to mark out the little V shapes before you felt them on, if that helps. So just pop your wings to one side, and now we can work on the forehead and beak detail. To needle felt again a fine layer of your cream carded wool over the forehead section. Okay, so now you want to use your fingers to roll top sections like this. Just firmly rub them in between and the beak section. Like so. And now we position that so that the beak points to roughly the middle front area of the ball. And you want to needle felt that down into place. And next you want to layer another very thin layer here, so it's pretty see-through, over the whole beak and forehead section, and just needle felt that down so that it blends in the join. And once you're happy with that, just use your fingers to reshape the beak and the forehead. So pinch that quite firmly. Use your fingers just to help shape this eye area here. Right, so next we're going to needle felt the eyes in place, and for that I'm using some gold coloured carded wool and just lightly rolling around so they're not too firm, but just to get two sort of equalish amounts. I want to just needle felt those in place. And you use the line of your needle to help work out an even position for the eyes. Okay, so next let's insert our little stem back pupils. So to do that you want to work out the centre of the eye and very carefully push your felting needle right through. Please be careful of doing this using a felting needle, they're so sharp, and just push through to the thickest part of your needle like that to create an eye socket. Then just pop in your little stem back eye for the pupil, like so. You can add a bit of glue to the ends before you push them in for a more secure hold. Okay, now let's just needle felt some black carded wool over the point of the beak. And just needle felt so that the top of the beak roughly runs in line with the bottom of the eyes. Okay, so next I'm going to attach the wings, and you can either put them on so that the feather detail is facing forwards like this, or you can have it so the detail is facing the back, and I think I'm going to do this one facing forwards. So lining up the wings so it roughly runs in line with the top of the forehead area here. You can see like that. And once you're happy with the position, just go ahead and needle felt straight through the base of the wing into the ball. And for a more secure hold, just felt a little bit more cream carded wool straight over the join. And then when you're attaching the second wing, just helps to look from above and from the front to help get an even position. And once you're happy with that, again just needle felt to attach. Okay, now we're going to do some like little feather detail onto the tummy, and for that I'm just using little bits of dark brown carded wool. Few dots on the head. And then lastly, I think it looks quite nice to add some grey carded wool, like just around the eyes, just to define them, but that's optional, you don't have to do that, but I'm just going to do that now. If preferred, you could just colour the outline of the eyes here like this using a watercolour pencil or a Copic marker. Choose to outline the eyes in wool. I'm using some light grey, and you just want to tease that into a thread-like thin strip, and then we can just needle felt that in place. There we go. Last thing we need to do now is make an eye pin for our little owl so we can hang our baubles up. So to make our eye pin, you just want to wrap some thin wire around a pencil or similar tool, and just wrap that around twice tightly, and then we twist the ends that are hanging down together. We just twist those together tightly. Just for a couple of centimetres. then we can trim away those excess lengths and then just carefully pull that off our pen, like so. Then you want to carefully make a channel down the top of your owl's head, just in the centre there. I'm just using a thin pair of scissors to do this. Then pull the pin out a little bit and carefully apply some strong glue to the stem of the eye pin, and then push back down and hold until it's secure. And once that's dry, you can go ahead and tie your twine or whatever string you're using into a loop. One thing I love about making these little baubles is each one comes out slightly different, so each one is unique. You could even make some little Santa hats and pop those on. I have the full pattern for these, which shows how to make the frog baubles and the bats as well, and that's available over in my Etsy shop. I'm also hoping to have kits available for these baubles soon, which would contain all the materials you need to make them, and I'll post updates to those over on my social media. Also, seeing as I've been making Christmas baubles, I thought it appropriate to mention that I do have a needle felting book on Amazon called Needle Felting Christmas, which is full of fun projects for beginners to more challenging projects, so please feel free to check that out. It's just called Needle Felting Christmas by me, Rachel Austin. And if there's any other animals you'd like to see turned into baubles, I'd love to hear your suggestions, so please feel free to comment below. And as always, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for stopping by. We'll see you back here soon.